Have you ever caught yourself thinking, this is just the way I am? What if that belief is completely false? What if your brain isn't hardwired, but constantly rewiring itself based on what you think, feel, and do every single day? This isn't wishful thinking, it's neuroplasticity. And today, I'm going to show you how you use it to reshape your mind, build real mental strength, and become the person you were meant to be. Let's break this down into some real talk. Neuroplasticity is your brain's built-in ability to change. It's not some abstract science term. It's happening inside your head right now, whether you realize it or not. This is about every time you learn something new, react to stress, form a habit, or even repeat a thought, your brain rewires itself slightly. It's laying down new tracks like a railroad crew adjusting routes. Some tracks get reinforced and usable. Others fade away. Let me give you a quick example. A friend of mine was terrified of public speaking. Just the thought of standing in front of a crowd made her heart race. But she didn't avoid it. She leaned in. She joins a local speaking group. The first few times, she shook. She stumbled. But after a few months, she started to feel calm, confident. She felt even. And why? Because each speech was rewiring her brain, replacing fear with familiarity. That's neuroplasticity in action. Here's a real kicker. Your brain doesn't know the difference between a helpful thought or a harmful one. So if you constantly think, I'm not good enough, your brain reinforces that. If you tell yourself, I can figure this out, guess what? That pathway gets stronger instead. It's not magic, wiring. And it means this. Who you are today is a result of what you've been repeated up until now. Not your potential, what you've been repeating. So if you ever felt stuck in anxiety, burnout, or just bad habits, it's not that you're broken. You've just been running that mental software for far too long. Neuroplasticity is your chance to update it. Let's make this really simple. Imagine your brain's like a city. Every thought, emotion, or reaction is like traffic. Roads that get used most often, they get repaved, they get widened, turned into highways. And the ones you ignore, well, those things crumble. So when you keep thinking, I can't handle this, you build a fast lane to anxiety. But when you practice thinking, I've done hard things before, I've got this, you're building an alternate route, a calmer, more productive response. And yes, it's uncomfortable at first. Your brain will resist. It prefers what it knows. But that discomfort, that's the signal that you're rewiring. Here's a simple way to start. Next time you catch a negative thought, pause. Don't judge it. Just notice it. And ask yourself, is this thought true? Is this thought useful? And say something different. Say something better. Do that enough, and the new thought becomes the default. I'll try this here for the next 7 days. Pick one thought that keeps showing up. Maybe it's, I'm behind, or I never do enough. Each time it shows up, gently replace it with the phrase that shifts your posture. Something like, I move at my own pace and I still make progress. And say it out loud. Say it in the mirror. The goal isn't to be fake. It's to give your brain a new path to walk. This also works for habits. You want to stop scrolling your phone every night? Don't just try to quit. Replace it. Create a new path. Maybe it's reading one page of a book. Maybe it's 5 deep breaths. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be different. You don't break a habit by fighting it. You break it by creating a stronger one. Here's what gets really powerful. You're not stuck. Your brain is adaptable. You can learn new skills at any age, and you can break bad habits. You can bounce back from failure, stress, even trauma. Why? because the brain doesn't stop changing. And that's not an opinion. That's decades of research. So how do you actually use this? Well, here are 3 powerful, doable strategies. First, challenge your brain. Do something unfamiliar, like learn an instrument, try a new recipe without a guide, start a new language app. That discomfort, that's your brain rewiring. It's like lifting weights. It feels awkward at first, but that tension is building mental muscle. You don't need a PhD. You just need to try something that stretches you. Even something as simple as brushing your teeth with a non-dominant hand, that tells your brain we're doing things differently now. And second, practice mindfulness. And I don't mean sitting still in silence for an hour. I mean being aware of your thoughts instead of being run by them. Ask yourself things like, why am I reacting like this? Or, is that thought actually true? Stop by giving your thoughts names. For example, there goes perfectionism again. Or, that's just fear talking. Labeling these things helps you create distance. You're no longer inside the thought. You're observing it. Daily reflection. Write down one reoccurring thought at the end of your day. Then write a better one next to it. One that lifts you. One that builds you. That's not fluff. That's, again, rewiring. And third, feed your brain what it needs. It needs good sleep, whole food. It needs movement. Your brain is a physical organ. It needs fuel, rest, and stimulation. And the research is really clear. Exercise literally increases brain-derived neurotropic factor, a protein that supports brain cell growth. A walk around the block, drinking water first thing in the morning, cutting out that one ultra-processed snack you don't even enjoy anymore. These small shifts support bigger changes. And here's the key: repetition. You don't just do this and expect miracles. Just like going to the gym, it's about consistency. Your brain learns what you teach. So teach it well and teach it often. Let's take this to one more level deeper. You've heard the saying, neurons that fire together, wire together. That means every time you link a thought to an emotion and then take an action, you're reinforcing that entire loop. So if you wake up, think, I'm behind, feel anxious, and then grab your phone and scroll for 20 minutes, you've just reinforced that pattern, but you can interrupt it. And that's what high performers do. Elite athletes and even trauma survivors. They learn to step in and redirect the loop. Maybe you replace I'm behind with I'll handle one thing at a time. Maybe you sit up in bed and take 3 full breaths before touching your phone. It might sound small, but those small moves are the beginning of big rewiring. This is where belief comes in. Not just faith in something bigger, but faith in yourself. Faith that you're not stuck. Faith that the brain is on your side. Because when you understand how much power your mind really has, you don't need to hustle harder. You just need to direct smarter. This is the intersection where mindfulness meets hustle, where neuroscience meets real life. You've got the tools, you've got the biology. All that's left now is to use it. Here's the bottom line. You're not a prisoner of your past. You're not stuck with the wiring you grew up with. Your brain is on your side, but only if you train it. The more intentional you are with your habits, your thoughts, and your actions, the stronger, clearer, and more resilient your brain becomes. So here's my challenge to you. Pick one thing you can do today to create a new mental path, one thought to replace, one habit to shift, one belief to question. It could be as simple as noticing when you criticize yourself and choosing instead to be supportive. It could be waking up and doing one thing mindfully instead of rushing through it. The impact isn't just on your mood. It's on your identity, You start becoming the kind of person who shows up with intention, not autopilot. Let's end this with close your eyes for a moment and imagine one version of yourself 5 years from now, living with calm, confidence, and clarity. What habits does that version of you repeat? What thoughts feel normal to them? That future you isn't just a dream, it's a path. And that path starts with one new step today. And if you're serious about rewiring your brain and building unstoppable mental strength, subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell so you never miss a tool, a strategy, or a breakthrough, because this is more than a video. It's your mental gym. A space to train, reset, and rise. This isn't just information, it's transformation. This is Mind Hackers, and this is your next level.